super early. I'm gonna tap in and kind of run through my day. I'm gonna get ready to do a nice little chest day workout. I'm gonna record that, a couple clips, and we're gonna get on the charts and I'm gonna go over the trades that I took to help me pass my first challenge, which was pretty cool, man. It's a very interesting journey with this FTMO stuff, but you just never quit, you never give up. So right now I'm doing my morning analysis, pre-market, get all that stuff done and ready. So when I get back from the gym, I'm ready to rock and roll and see what the market has to give me. So let's tap in.
I'm going to show you guys two trades which are really my best trades for this challenge that, got me real good profits to get me over that hump. So this next trade here is on GJ. So as you can see here, if I zoom out, so let's say the 8-hour, and disregard all these zones up here. But if we zoom out to the 8-hour and we go ahead and get some zones created real quick, right? But for me, a higher time frame is key. So we'll just go ahead and create a zone down here. It's a pretty nice zone. And then we'll create a zone up here. Doesn't have to look pretty, just to kind of give you guys an example of what I do and what I look for when I get on the charts. And I don't know about you guys, but I always make sure that the actual zone is set to back so I can get a better view of the candles. All right. So looking at these two zones here, right? So we'll bring this guy down here, all right? That's good. Price collected the most in this area. You can see there's a lot of price action, a lot of price collecting in these areas. So this is a good zone. So scroll down to the 1 hour, and what I noticed and what intrigued me for this trade that came up here was that you can see the market is on a nice uptrend, right? After being on a crazy downtrend, it was in this zone over here. Kept on respecting this zone here. This is the same zone I did on the higher time frame, and you can see why. Same zone down here, price collected the most. So you can see there was a beautiful push to the upside. It respected this zone and came back down. So if we go down to the 15-minute and let this play out, these smaller zones here are the 15 and the 5-minute zone, just structural zones in the lower time frame, just so I can get an idea of where I'm at. So let this play out, right? And this is something that's key, having patience for these trades to come to you. So there's a specific way that I enter these trades. I'm not going to get it in too much. It's a little bit of sauce, but what I do is I try to stay close to whatever zones that I'm intrigued in, that price comes in, consolidate the most in, and I try to get I wouldn't say sniper, just an entry that makes sense closer to that zone so I can have a better RR with my risk to reward, right? So this trade here, you can see, beautiful. Put my MAs on here. I like to use the 50 and the 20 MA, and go back to down to the 5 MA, and you can see how the MAs themselves turned into support on top of my entry, which is something that I look for on a regular basis when I enter. You don't get it all the time, but when you do, it's beautiful, right? So got into this trade. This was on my challenge account, and this was on my small personal account, and I was kicking myself after letting this play out. This was a nice 1-3, almost 1-4 RR. Let's go back. Set this up. I'm getting it. We'll go back down to the 5 minutes just so you can get a better idea how this trade entered. All right, you can see, waited again for the zone to be respected. The smallest structural zone came up, and this is what I look for it to respect it. You can see these wicks down here. Every candle on every chart tells a story. You can see this wick right here told me everything I needed to know about this zone, how I was respecting it, right? Nice little rejection, and this uptrend already told me the market was already reversing, right? So confident. Nice RR, got into this trade, and I also got in on my smaller account, came back and retested, and you can see that nice little rejection wick. And the rest was history, you know. By this time I was break even, feeling good about the trade, feeling confident, but still being level-headed, you know. Yeah, it's a beautiful win. I think this was a 12K trade. But my small account, I usually call stuff like this a nice psychological win because I was able to hold this trade for a pretty long time. I think, again, another 24-hour swing trade. This is why I love swinging, because there's less stress. Once you're break even, who cares if you're already in profit or if you take partials, you just let the trade run and let it do its thing. And this is the thing about GJ, like after hours, you can see how like consolidated a lot, but it was incrementally creating higher lows or highs. It just never broke below this previous candle in these area here. So that was another confidence play. And then once, you know, I think London session, it finally took on for Asian session. Let's see. Yeah, Asian session that started doing this thing, and then London is around right. London is well out here. Yeah, and then, you know, it ended up just taking off, man. It took off. And if I would have held this trade on my challenge account, this would have been another beautiful swing to get me to where I needed to go. You know, so this is the 5 minute. Let's go to the 30. Let's go quicker and easy, man. And this is why on the higher time frame I created this zone, because it's like a magnet. Price always seems to go right back to those structural zones that price collects at the most. And I also have this trade, I'm pretty sure I have this trade pre-recorded so you can see it live as I entered it. And that was it, man. These are the type of trades I live for. I try to work and try to catch those specific trades on a regular basis, but you know, I'm human. I make mistakes. You know, you never win every trade, but all the losses are learning lessons. So yeah, this trade was awesome, and I like to keep these trades on my chart just so subconsciously I could see them and, you know, replicate them when they show up again. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I wanted to tap in to show you guys the few trades that got me over the hump with my challenge. I'm going to go ahead and back up here. So what I did was, looking at here on a higher time frame. Let's go to the higher time frame, right? And I'm going to turn these guys black. So what I like to do is change my candles to black, and this is a psychological play. So I'm specifically looking at the candlestick analysis. So what I usually do is I go ahead and just mark out my zones. Looks like a little area here. And get an area right here, right? And what I'm looking for is just an area where price collected the most. You can see at this point right here, price was rejecting here. And over here, price did not break below and respected this area, broke below, came down here, and you can see again. So this was a good area, and also this was a good area. So what I was looking for was for the market to continue on this bullish push to the upside, right? Now, scaling in, you can see the market is nice uptrend, you know? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And what I was looking for market to do here was come up here and kind of respect this area and then give me a nice higher high, right? To the upside. Yeah, so what I do here, once I see market finally broke above this area, I'll give it some time to play. I messed it up here. Let's go back here. Right. Coming up to the 30-minute just so we can get a better view. You can see it created a nice higher low, and it came back up above this area here, and then it started respecting it as a nice little support. So you can see right here, the market came back down over here in this area to take out these lows. And if we go down to the 15-minute, you can see a little bit more detail how this, this would have been another perfect entry right here for a nice, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. And I was looking for the same thing after these lows were taken out. Market kept on moving. As you can see, this entry was perfect. Barely any drawdown. And this area right here was also news, right? And I actually have the live recording of the trade to show as well. So this area was very interesting. I trusted my analysis. When it comes to this trading stuff, sometimes you kind of get faked out and scared and you might close because it might hit your stop loss. You just have to trust your analysis and just let it do its thing. And as you can see here, for this trade here, this was like my first 1 to 20 RR, which, is not ideal to grab every time. But what was on my side with this move was that news came in, and since I was in break even, I didn't mind holding this trade. And it worked out perfect, And I actually remember I was up at 4 or 5 o'clock here at the gym, and I was like, man, I should scale in. I didn't. This would have helped me pass my challenge even quicker, but this was like a 24-hour hold, and you can see here if I come to this area, where is this bad boy? Yeah, so this trade, let's see, almost 24 hours. Yeah, almost 24 hours to hold this trade. This trade was very good, man. I felt this probably, if I can get a trade like this once or twice a month, I'll be happy.